Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to Deviance Overwatch Casting. I am your host Deviance Firehawk and I'm joined by a new cast member today, Deviance Rage Killer.
Hey, nice to meet you guys. I'll be around quite often with the Overwatch videos at least.
Yeah, he's going to be my Overwatch partner for these ones. He's a little bit better on analysis here. So here we go, getting into the game now. What do you think about this map, Rage?
Dorado is quite a nice map. It can really work when it comes to like defensive and all that. It's quite hard to push through the first choke underneath the bridge. You can see some characters that are known for flanking to be able to come up over the top of the, like up the top where the Bastion is currently going at the moment.
So you think picks like Reaper and stuff like that are particularly good on this map?
Yes, and on defense it's particularly good to have a Widow if they're reasonably good, and a Bastion is a very good pick for this.
We do see a Pharah pick. What are your thoughts on that one? That one's a little interesting. She's always pretty solid no matter where she is.
Pharah definitely has a really good place at the moment when it comes to the Overwatch game. Basically, she does quite a bit of damage and she doesn't really have an issue in getting away from fights if that's necessary as well.
Alright, we see the opening points. Pharah going very, very ham at least, straight up on the point. She's behind that Mercy and down goes... That was McCree, I'm pretty sure, immediately picked off.
Yeah, it seems like the Pharah was in a good position there, but she ended up getting hit by the Genji.
Here we go, and we do see on the opposite team a nice defensive comp ready to take that and hold quite nicely.
I mean, with one healer only being Mercy could be an issue considering the other team does have quite an offensive team.
We do see Genji taking down that Bastion. That Bastion looked to be firing into the Reflect right there. You see the switch to Orisa. Now, what do you think about that switch?
Orisa can definitely work. Orisa, she's very much a mobile Reinhardt in a way. Except for her shield, which is getting a buff in the next patch. But right now, Orisa's in a pretty good position at the moment. Not many counters against her right now.
Do see, however, Orisa now trying to stop the push on the point. Reinhardt's definitely on that. We see Soldier and McCree going for the kill. Interesting pick in Junkrat right now. Not very great in trying to stop this push.
Junkrat can be a bit of an issue when it comes to trying to defend, but the one good thing he does is when they're in a group, he does a lot of damage to a Reinhardt shield and to anyone that actually gets hit by a grenade. He can sort of spam the grenades off walls and such and hope for those bank shots, you know?
We do see Lucio right now trying to hold the point, doing quite a good job as a Lucio to at least slow them down. Not really any team members around, which is a bit of an odd decision. You'd think the team would be grouping up.
The Bastion got near him. He just got pinned though, so that's not really the best thing.
That's not going to help too much. This Reinhardt is currently on fire with the shield and the knockbacks at least. Lucio's not going to be able to hold this unless someone gets here. And we see the Widow out in the middle of nowhere, not really doing much. But neither is the Junkrat for that matter.
The Junkrat looks like he's AFK.
That's wonderful when that happens, especially when we cast.
Definitely.
Interesting swap now to Zarya, at least, or Zarya coming out to actually fight this time. A little bit late, though.
Definitely. That Hanzo had a really good pick on her just then.
They really seem to be going in one at a time. We see someone leaving the game already. Do you think they can actually stop this?
Quite possibly. It depends on where the Bastion gets set up and if he's smart. If he's not really doing a smart job, it's going to be a really tough time for them to be able to stop it.
And that Genji has just been on that Bastion since the start, and really that's what a Genji should be doing.
Oh, completely. Genji's a perfect counter for when it comes to Bastion, because the deflect on all of his bullets can really be the end to a Bastion in himself. We see the Reinhardt pin the Zarya. Really good pin.
Honestly, I think that Widow pick was not really great for them. She hasn't really helped at all, and we see the end of the game.
The Widow was not a good pick in there. Maybe another tank, like if they had a Reinhardt themselves, that could have really worked. Maybe having a second healer like an Ana or even a Zenyatta for the extra damage against the opposite team would have really helped in that situation.
I think I have to agree with you there. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the third episode of our Overwatch cast. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and let us know what you think of Rage. I'm pretty sure he did a good job. Let us all know what you think on that one, and we'll see you guys in the next game.
Catch you guys later.